Here we have a pre-owned 2016 Tesla Model X. Now this Model X comes in the 90D trim level, so we have that 90 kilowatt hour battery. A dual motor setup, so it gives us all-wheel drive capability. And then this is just Tesla's gray, and then we have the beige leather interior. And I just wanted to review this one because it has just about 77,000 miles on it, so I want to see how it's held up over the time and the mileage. But as we come to the front end here, we do have LED headlamps. And honestly, the paint seems to have held up pretty nicely on the front end. I don't know if it's been repainted or whatever. It's got some bugs on it right now, but for the most part, it seems to be in really good shape. And around these wheels here, I believe these are alloy. These are 20-inch wheels. And like I said, mostly I'm just going to be trying to focus on how everything is held up over the years. So I heard a little creak when I opened the door there, nothing crazy. And the door panel there, you can see we have one-touch automatic up and down windows on all four doors, power folding mirrors. And there's the power driver's seat. And we do have that four-way power lumbar support there. And then soft closing doors. There's that, and then we can open this Falcon door here. That seems to still be in pretty good shape. Just a few creaks I heard, but. And then these seats still work pretty well. Adjusting those. So with that all the way back and that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size. Not bad leg room. We do have a third row in this one as well. And there is the third row. I have the mats back here, so that's with the seat folded up, and that's with the seat folded down. When the door's closed, that's kind of your sky roof you have there. And then we have two USB-A ports back here, AC vents. And then we do have the vents on the side here. We can hit this button to actually close or open the door, depending on where we are, what we're trying to do. I will say it always kind of creeps me out having that door just fold right on top of me. I never trusted, but it hasn't hit me yet, knock on wood. Just pull up there to open the door. And then you can hit this button here if you want to close it from the outside. And then there's a charge port there. And there's the back end LED tail lamps. Big shout out to Auto Collection of Murfreesboro for letting me review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But this one's actually pretty cheap. I think it's like $36,000, which is not bad at all, I think, for one of these. Obviously, it's not in mint condition with this kind of miles. But I mean, like, the charge ports are here, everything's here. And then if you ever want to fold the seat up or down, hit this button on the side here, and then you can just pull, and then it locks when it's down, and then you unlock it to pull it back up into place there. But again, everything seems to be working, so I'm pretty impressed by that. And then to our front passenger seat, pretty much same adjustability as the driver's side. Love these seats too. I had a Model 3 and these feel much nicer than the Model 3 I had, of course. And glove box is right in here. Now honestly, the wood trim seems to have held up pretty nicely for the most part. I'm trying to find any blemishes. Again, there's that soft close there. I want to go ahead and open the frunk. So we'll just go in here and go ahead and pop that open. And tons of space in this front trunk here. But now let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat, just take a quick look at what's going on here. Keep kicking this. Now, first of all, I want to start at the gauge cluster because this pretty much stays stagnant, at least for this review. But that mileage, 159 miles left at about 70% charge, and it is a little cool out here today. So again, that's after 77,000 miles, and with this being almost 8-9 years old, so take that for what you will. To the screen here, of course, navigation is here. We can navigate to chargers, set our home, so on and so forth. And then for audio, we do have the FM as well as the Bluetooth. No CarPlay or Android Auto here. It's been a minute since I've been in one of these. I'm just gonna get to all of this, just kind of run through it because there's a ton in this vehicle, of course, in terms of settings, so you can pause anywhere you want to. Of course, we can operate the doors from either side, the trunk, display brightness, the lights. I can turn those fog lights on or off. And then for the pedals and steering, we can set the acceleration to more of a, they call it chill, but kind of like an eco mode, maybe even the normal mode for this vehicle. And then the standard mode, of course, is gonna be quick. So, and then you can adjust your steering as well as your regenerative braking there. And then you do have an adjustable suspension, so you can decide how high or low you want that. So again, you can just adjust standard, high, very high. So I like that about these. Now charging, again, that shows how much battery life we have and the range that it estimates. The auto steer is on here. You do get summon on this one as well, so you can call the vehicle to you. And then vehicle settings are here. And then for your seats, you can actually adjust them. Like I can just hit the button here and adjust this seat back and forth, which is pretty neat. So I love that feature. And then you have your headlight controls, ambient light controls, display, everything there. You can adjust your units down here. So if you want to change your energy display from percentage to distance, back and forth, you can do that. And then miles, kilometers, temperature, tire pressure, you can adjust that from US to metric. And then right here, we can see all of our specs for this vehicle in particular, having the highway autopilot and then the premium connectivity package there. And we have that autopilot 1.0 computer. And then upgrades, if you ever want to get those going, you can do that. Hazards are here. And then for the shifter, pull down for drive, pull up for reverse, kind of tap in the middle for neutral, press P for park. But when I put in reverse, there's our backup camera there. Great picture. Guidelines follow you. You turn the steering wheel. And then to the horn, there's that. And then we have our windshield wiper controls here. So we have intermittent, then low, high, and then we can toggle our high beams there and then flash on the, or by pulling up, excuse me. And then we can push this all the way down for that front wiper fluid. Little loud. And then over here, we have the cruise controls. So we can adjust the gap there. And it definitely looks like these controls were borrowed from Mercedes because that's what I'm used to seeing there. But we can adjust that speed, cancel, so on and so forth. And then we do have a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, which we can adjust there. And then volume, track list, radio station presets. We can use this menu to go to the side view. And I love being able to do this. We can go to our temperature and adjust that, and then we can even click to turn the whole system off. And then same thing with fan speed if you want to adjust that, and then a voice recognition button right in there. And then down in here, I actually like how they, I don't know if these are aftermarket or what, but these kind of, you can move these around, and then if you want to close off room for a smaller cup or a bigger cup, you can do that, or you can kind of use these as dividers and maybe put a few bills in here, or your checkbook or something like that. And then you can close all that up. So a little creaky there, but love again how this wood is held up. And then I don't know, I'm assuming this is aftermarket as well, this little pocket here. So this just kind of comes out and you have space back in there, pretty good size. And then down here, we can close that off. And then we have a port we can hold our phone on there. You can kind of plug that in and then leave it sitting there. Then a USB-A and a 12 volt. Finally, this one does have a nice key fob here, so you can use that to unlock the doors, and you can look up all the functions of that. I don't know all of them just yet. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2016 Model X 90D out on the road for a test drive.